Alright, Shalom. Before I start, going to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachachurash, the honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to all the elect Akim, Wh0r3d0m, learning and teaching in truth and sincerity under the video to the Spirit. Your brother Malak from GMS Detroit. Hey, this one, a video for the sisters. Us, the brothers, the fellas, we have a very particular battle, right? Fighting against lust, fighting against, for the point of this video, on one end of the spectrum, Wh0r3d0m is trying to either make us effeminate noodle boys, right, bati boys, or, a super nig, criminal, not doing right. That's those are some of the things we have to avoid on our extreme end of the spectrum. Ladies, you have to avoid the feminist diva, whoredom spirit that America heavily uses to indoctrinate the women domestically and globally. Ladies, that's a part of your battle. You have to avoid the whore of America spirit, the daughter of Babylon spirit. I've got some clips. We're going to get some precepts as well. You have to be chaste, like the scriptures say, temperate, right? In the house, not out shaking what your mama gave you left and right, in the hopes that in your preservation, you'll be given to a man of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, and you and your potential children will be saved from the absolute devastation that's going to come. When it gets bad out here, you're going to be wishing you wasn't shaking no bacon nowhere. You understand what I'm saying? So I got some of these videos, y'all. America's job is to turn you into a whore for the females. And it's been plenty successful on our women. Let me let this first clip play. It's a meme, but we know this to be very true. Hell, Rampage Jackson, he tells a story about this. It says, first week of bringing your African wife to America. He was with an Asian woman. She used to be very feminine. Then she, got used to living in America. And he said she started acting like a black woman. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with this. This is how it's supposed to be right here. Wh0r3d0m demonizes this. You see this meme, right? The so-called white man has taught you that this somehow is bad. But this is what the Heavenly Father has ordained and sanctified, my nigga. Now, of course, your woman ain't going to be hand-feeding you every goddamn 24 hours of the day. But there's absolutely nothing wrong with a man being served by his woman. It's proper. Damn. 1 year after bringing your African wife to America. And that's what it becomes here. The place of woman worship, y'all. Hey, the Heavenly Father doesn't like that at all. Let's just keep it all the way real. The Heavenly Father, the Most High Yahweh, the creator of existence, despises woman worship. He despises, here it is, the scriptures tell you not to worship men on the earth, because we ourselves are, we have to be humble creatures as well. Any man can die. So how much less should you be worshiping the weaker vessel? Hey, that shit's gonna stop. That Queen of Heaven female idolization that America has taught you is completely backwards. What is the natural order? What is the proper order of things? Gotta start it off with it. 1 Corinthians 11:3. But I would have you know that the head of every man is Mashiach, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Mashiach is the Heavenly Father Yahweh. So that is the order. the Heavenly Father, His Son Yahweh Shai, men as in males, women as in females, and then the children. That's how it's supposed to be. All right, and then there's no demonization of that. All right, as a matter of fact, when a man and a woman are together in proper order, you read Sirach, it's a beautiful thing, like it tells us, Sirach 25:1. And 3 things I was beautified and stood up beautiful, both before Yahweh and men: the unity of brethren, the love of neighbors, and a man and a wife that agree together. It doesn't say equal, but it says agree together. They're running their household in the proper ordained function as the Heavenly Father intended. All right, and so hey, we care about the sisters over here. We care about you so much that we know you should be in order. And so when we see you outside of that designated order, that's where the fire comes from. Because when you have a relationship or a mindset that is out of order, you bring chaos. The children will be born into chaos. Your actions and your thoughts will be nothing but chaos. Let me show you what a daughter of Zion looks like, who has been completely corrupted by America. Let's take a look.
I used to go.
Now you look at her; she's beautiful, right? I used
to go by.
She's physically attractive. She got that damn wig on. She got the crazy ass. She's all made up. She got all that crazy shit on her, but the girl's good looking. But the bitch is out her mind, y'all. You gonna hear the foul shit she about to say. I'm gonna let her talk. Let's see what happens when America gets a hold of your fucking mind.
Ocean, but this lady right here had me believing big balls.
What's big?
All that. I like eating niggas' ass too.
I don't think I would have told that.
So I don't care.
You like nigga eating ass?
I only ate 2 because that's.
You like eating?
I don't like eating everybody. No, I'm not just gonna be like, oh, let me eat your ass. No, you have to like. I have to really like.
She ate your ass?
Yeah. No, she ate mine. She ate mine. But
how your ass look?
You can't do nothing with that. You can't do nothing with that. You get her pregnant, you're gonna suffer forever. You can't do nothing with her. Her mind's corrupted. Doesn't matter how big her titties are, doesn't matter how big her ass is. Her mind's corrupted. That's not even, hey, y'all, we men, I'm a man, we men, right? You'll hit and throw her off in the corner, but that's not, you can't bring in an heir. You can't begin the kingdom with a woman like that. Do you understand? You cannot have successful, healthy, properly minded offspring with a woman like that. And the majority of our women, when we're keeping it completely real, a great number of our women in the Western world here in America have been brainwashed to believe that is how you should act, because so she making money, she look good, y'all niggas hating, right? All that bullshit. But through every action she does, she's breaking down her own fucking soul. And at the end of it all, she's going to be dried up and used in a corner somewhere trying to collect welfare and social security because don't no nigga love her. Because she did all that foul shit her whole life. And her insides stink. And when the beauty fades, so does the help. That's bad, y'all. I'm not even going to replay that one. That shit's bad. Y'all heard what she said she'll do. That's nasty. Let's see, look, another one. Not this music. It says, give a girl unrestrained freedom and watch her become the worst version of herself. And that's exactly true, y'all. Honestly, y'all. Since going back to the garden, when you leave women unchecked, unprotected, unrestricted, they're prone to evil. And that goes back to the spirit of Eve, y'all. That's just the nature of women. And you have that phrase, a man's greatest test is when he is given everything, right? When he has the resources, the status. But a woman's greatest test is when her man has nothing, right? What's her loyalty gonna be like? What's she gonna do? What's she gonna act like? When you give women, in which they put this little rebuttal down at the bottom. But there's a famous video on YouTube. It's like daughters before they go to college and after. And this is what you see. One moment, that's your daughter, She has a sparkle in her eye. Skin is untainted, right? The bitch still smiles. And then after she get done getting beaten, abused, and packed and smacked and tacked and macked and dicked. Now look at her, man. Bitch look like a walking Ouija board. You can't do nothing with that. You can't do nothing with that other than play with that. And then discard it. So, ladies, you have an objective too. Don't let Babylon whore you out. Straight up, straight down. That's your objective. You gotta learn to submit. And if you believe that submitting to a man is somehow beneath you, then you're not gonna survive what's coming. You're simply not gonna make it. Excuse me. I know it's in Timothy. I'll just get it. How are the women supposed to be? How are the daughters supposed to be? Excuse me. Titus, baby. Titus 2. Y'all, hey, come on now. I'm starting 3. You already know what time it is. And it starts with the older generations. They were supposed to teach you right. They didn't teach you right because they were taught wickedly, right? Most are, hey, your mamas and grandmamas, they was trained up in the ways of feminism, demonology, right? Fuck that nigga, fuck that baby. I'm a party hardy, so I'm about 59. God damn, man. Titus 2 and 3, it says, the aged women likewise, that they be in behavior as becometh holiness, not false accusers, not given to much wine, teachers of good things, that they may teach the young women to be sober, to love their husbands, to love their children. And there's absolutely nothing wrong or corny about that, man. And in today's world, that phrase gets used in some very improper implications, calling somebody corny, because I'll say, by being a law-abiding citizen, not necessarily by Esau, even the so-called white man's law, just you're not a criminal, right? And in our community, the so-called black community, Latino community, right? If you're a dude who doesn't like to break the law, who likes to stay in the house, not be in shootouts and dealing drugs, you're corny, right? Or you're lame. You don't got multiple baby mamas. Oh, that nigga lame. He a square. He ain't getting pussy. Same thing for the ladies. Oh, why she in the house? Why she reading? She got her head covered. Oh, that bitch weird. Hey, the fellas, we deal with our form of peer pressure, being influenced by dummy niggas to try to get us to do stupid shit. And ladies, y'all got the same thing. So you don't have an excuse. You have a battle on yourselves as well. All right, now our battle requires us to go out into the highways and byways. Your battle doesn't. You ain't supposed to be out there teaching and trying to prophesy. Your battle is more behind the shadows, personally, in your daily life. So don't get it twisted. You're a servant, and there's nothing wrong with being a servant. Us, the men, are servants. Who are we servants of? Yahawashi. There's nothing. This place is demonized and given bad labels to good things, and it's a damn shame. And that helps warp the minds of people. I can't let no nigga call me no corny. Man, let me get out here and gang bang. Nigga, get out there and gang bang, you fucking beat to death in an alleyway, bro. Because you wasn't built for that. Or a bitch. So when you try to, I done seen it, y'all. Hey, brothers, y'all. Hey, man, you remember back, man, some girls in school, man. They was a so-called, good girl, if you will. Man, got linked up with the wrong clique. Man, that bitch through now, man. 3-4 kids, tatted up, smoking weed. There's actually a particular chick in my mind. The girl was actually smart, fucking went and got pregnant, went and got chubby, had some kids, went and became a lesbian for a minute. Then she tried to come back. Man, please. Please. She was Southern Kingdom and Northern Kingdom. She was mixed. She black and Puerto Rican or some shit, but just a damn shame, man. Damn shame. Verse 5 says to be discreet, chaste, keepers at home, good, obedient to their own husbands, that the word of the power be not blasphemed. And that's what it's about. So that the word of the Heavenly Father is not blasphemed, y'all. Obedient. Keeping your ass at home, not out here in the world being further corrupted by that demonic spirit that Edom has in the world, pushed out from mainland America here, because you gonna end up. I got this other clip. Hold on, let me play this real quick, man. Do you want? Oh, let me turn the music. Nobody should be able to get on the internet and see their mama shaking their ass, man. That's horrible. You know, not a bitch getting married to some sucker. Oh, and that's a nigga's whole mama. And that's the thing too, y'all. That's the thing too. The Edomite woman is the number one whore on the earth. You know, they help push push that culture. You know, that's so hypocritical of them. The men are hypocritical, so are the women. The Edomite woman helps push that whore culture. They push it onto us, and then they'll call us, which are women. You know, you do have a big number of them that are some hoes, but they try to frame it as if we're the originators of it. Y'all bitches, y'all be doing that. Y'all Edomite bitches, y'all some big hoes. Y'all fucking animals, man. But look at that. Somebody finna marry that, and she all spread out over the people mover. That's what we call those here in Detroit, the people mover. Excuse me, not people mover. The fucking god damn it. It's that trolley, man. People be drunk and shit, and they not even, you know, people are so stupid. They be pedaling. Bitch, your pedals don't make it move. The nigga driving it makes it move. Don't let this be you, ladies. That's what America wants. You can't. Hey, that's why the scriptures, you go to Sirach, can't give her too much liberty, man. Can't give her too much liberty, man. She'll act up. Yeah. Sirach 25 and 25, it says, give the water no passage, neither a wicked woman liberty to gad abroad. Straight up, straight down. Hey, the reason why we have to be so strict on the women, go to verse 24. Of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all died. And I've won many arguments. I've won many arguments. Ladies, if you're not in line, you quite literally can cause the collapse of civilization. So you have to be in line. So for the sisters who claim to listen, who claim to believe, who claim to love Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, you can't be offended by the strictness and the austerity, especially over here at Great Millstone. We're keeping y'all in order because unlike anybody else in the whole fucking world, we actually care about you. Your teachers didn't care about you. Hell, we care more about your salvation's sake than your own parents by trying to tell you how you should act and be in this world. Straight up. Oh man, you trying to restrict me, trying to tell me what to, okay, go die. Stop playing. Stop playing. Or you'll end up like this broad.
I was working 6-7 days a week, and if I was by myself, not studying,
That's how they get you that college. That's how they get you, y'all. Hey, brothers, if you can, don't send your daughters to college, man. Send them to some local community college, something simple. You know, they coming back to the house every day. You know, they only getting 6 months to a year, real quick career. You send them off to one of the big name colleges, they're gonna be looking, man.
Probably watching, and it was like, yeah, I like it. And yeah, I can get off, but I felt like there was a creative component missing, and I also had,
So, at a time, this is one of the world's biggest P stars, and, she ended up catching a big old STD, had to retire. So, ladies, don't let this be you. Don't, do not follow Becky into hell and damnation, referring to destruction, not the actual place underground. Y'all already know.
Different ideas of what sex was, and I felt sick. You know what I mean? I felt sick to my stomach. I'm like, I'm not supposed to think this way. I was the oldest out of all my friends to lose their virginity. I was 16 and a half. I know that
bitches out here, man.
It's funny, but I was senior in high school. I kind of had this very male-driven mentality,
Here it is. You met this bitch at 35. The bitch been fucking since she was 16, bro. Of course she ain't finna listen. Hey, man, that's it, y'all. You know, hey, ladies, fight. Hey, we have our battle as men. Y'all have your battle. Don't let America turn you out. Straight up. We give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Wh0r3d0m, to honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to all the elect Akim. Wa'akwah, learning and teaching in truth and sincerity. Shalom.